From as far back as I can recall, I always wanted to be an attorney. No, I don't know if the desire to be an attorney was imposed on me by virtue of my family telling me, boy, you chat too much, so if you chat so much, I'm going to become an attorney. What really triggered my love for the field was when at Monroe we were introduced to the book, To Kill a Mockingbird, and the story of the injustice in that book and how Atticus Finch, as a lawyer, was fighting against an entire community to ensure that justice was done in the courtroom in relation to a man who was wrongly accused of rape. And I said, I would love somehow to be a part of a profession that fight against all odds to ensure that justice is done. And that was how I started my research into seeing exactly how I can become an attorney and how am I going to overcome the two hurdles, the academic hurdles and the financial hurdles to become an attorney. Luckily, despite my own challenges academically, I was able to eke out a scholarship, and that dealt with the big concern I had in relation to how I would pay for faculty and the law school. So I got through to the law, finished Cave Hill, and then I was introduced to Manley Law School, which was far more practical. In fact, within the first month at the law school, we got an assignment on an area that none of us were taught at the law school. And we all had to try and research and work as a collective to see how we can answer this assignment question. And I recall we worked together and all of us tried our best to see how we can forge groups and partnership to try and answer the questions appropriately. And to our disappointment, many of us didn't get the grades that we thought was necessary. And then based on our great work and great in quotation, so what we did as a group is we discussed and said how it is we can get the law school to remark these papers, because our then civil tutor, I think Mr. Garcia, was marking the papers too hard. So we said, well, perhaps we need to bring action, class action against the law school. But luckily for us, by virtue of this sheer volume of work, we eventually redirected our attention just to ensure that we stayed afloat. And then we learned eventually that probably what we thought was excellent assignment work was garbage, and that probably what we need to do is spend our time focusing on learning more and being better students. One of the key things though that many of us learned from that class was the importance of methodology, research, and doing things in a timely manner, because law school had a lot of assignments and a lot of timelines. And we also had that tutors like Ms. Darkest White, who expected you to be prepared for every single tutorial, and she also had the uncanny ability to find out those who are not prepared and ask the person who's perhaps the most nervous to present the answer in relation to the question and to defend it, because she always had her piercing questions in relation to every single area. So because of that, it prepared us well for practice, because it ensured that we understood the importance of research, understood the importance of methodology, and understand the importance of defending our position before the tribunal. And the importance of giving back is something that is very dear to me, because as I indicated earlier, I have and had financial challenges from day one. And one of the heartwarming things about the law school, especially the different bursaries, was the amount of law firms and lawyers who were prepared to ensure that persons who had their challenges could have some assistance in having those challenges resolved. And that's one of the reasons why it is important for many persons to give back, and that's one of the reasons also why I and others will have to see how best we can give back, not only financially, but also by mentorship and by virtue of participating in other activities to ensure that the law students, younger lawyers, and I can't believe at this stage I'm talking about younger lawyers at just 10 years at the bar, but that we can all find a way to make this country better.